The first part ended up abruptly. The reason being that our topic flashed into a different topic which is not even linked or interlinked to LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
And so we have to make a part two. And we are extremely sorry and we highly apologize for that reason. And when we started this podcast, we were doing the same thing. Recently, we have been having a lot of personal life queries and personal life conversation with each other, and that's the reason podcast is just out of the chapter. But now we are really serious. We're going to do the podcast.
Yeah,
Okay, let's start.
really serious.
Roy, welcome to Roy and Ray podcast. We are your host, and it's all about LinkedIn. We're going to talk about. So,
All right.
start.
So, first of all, is the app trustworthy? Can we trust the app?
To be honest, it is trustworthy. It is not a scam, but people out there, they are provoking some wrong messages. Some people are giving right messages. They're sharing their experiences and what they have been up to, what they are currently doing, which, like, in a sense, that they are not just sharing something, but at the same time, they're sharing their experiences, which include their adversities and hardships, which could maybe somehow motivate the youth generation, all kind of generational people who can learn something out of it. It's not like a show off culture post like I bought a Gucci bag like that, but it's more of when I was in university, I had difficulty buying my laptop. Like if you guys know Ankur Wariku, recently he posted a post that when he was in college, uh, outside India, US maybe, yeah, he was studying in US. He had a difficult time buying his laptop because he was from a middle class family, and funding education in abroad is a pretty big. mm like it's a pretty big amount for especially for middle class people, and at that time opportunities are great. Now scholarship was very limited at that time, so he had to buy his laptop, and then he came back to India and he got the Asian books. There it's known as Asian engineering books, but in India he bought the
It's,
books, like he filled with entire luggage, and he went back to US and he sold them at um, I guess eBay or yeah, something like that. He sold them in a second-handed price, and he, with selling all the books, he got the money to buy his laptop. So a book which costs like 600 or 700 in India, he sold it for like if a book is worth of thousand, because generally international books are very expensive
mm,
in a country. For example, if I want to buy a mm, Pearson published books, or maybe a book that is originally written in, let's say, Russia or maybe Italy, and it's not really, it's like an imported book, it's very difficult to, by the time they come to our country, the
yeah.
cost really increase. So that's the reason Asian books cost is like very high in US, of course. So when he sold them at second hand price, obviously he's making good
Yeah.
money out of it. That's what, like he said, like it's not about the technology, it's always about how you use your brain to fund your own necessities, and depend. So we
Yeah.
learn something out of it. Every individual has their own thinking, and they're going to take something out of it. As for me, I was like, wow, how shameless. For the last 1 year I have been asking for laptop from my parents. I wish I could do something like that. Not something like that, maybe I have a lot of idea because I knit, I crochet, so I could sell my stuff and I can actually buy my own laptop, but I'm too lazy to do that. Oh my god.
Yeah, you should
No, I'm
actually
going to
work on
do
that.
that. But it's just
Yeah.
that. So, my long story short, that the app is trustworthy. Every app is trustworthy if you could just find the right content for you. I would say that
Hmm.
if you're just making some good learning out of it. And
Okay.
recently, we have been scrolling a lot, and there is no shame in scrolling or not, because the opportunity is given to the generation for scrolling. So I would say if you're scrolling, then scroll something good content that's going to make you learn something, if you want to acquire certain skills, you can also do that while scrolling.
Yeah.
Like you can maybe learn new words, or like, we learn a lot from people's experience, be it
Mm.
an article or be it in a movie. So
Yeah, and plus we
yeah,
got YouTube. Everything is on YouTube. From making a soap to making a bomb, everything is there. It just you have to figure out what you want to learn. Okay.
true.
So what about these success stories? It's like I don't think all of these success stories are real, because I really don't think that everyone is buying a
To be
Lambo,
honest, there
everyone
is
is having a
one
mansion.
woman. See, the thing is that recently I was doing a webinar, and there was a girl, I'm not mentioning her name, but she was in New York Times, and she also global awards. She was also put in Billboard for receiving the Women's in
Right.
30s award. Yeah, she's really good. I'm not mentioning her name. The reason being, I'm not mentioning her name because, like privacy. So, yeah. She said that when your value is not so high, but you showcase people that your value is high and your standards are, that's when people really get excited on your content. So
It's
that could be the reason that
marketing.
people,
Yeah, like
yeah, so
marketing
that could be
yourself.
the reason that people are like, they sell their course by not saying that this course is really going to help you in life, but rather they say, I made 1 lakh in
Yeah.
10 days. So do this course. So that is the thing. It's like a marketing strategy that people are always looking for to make money. Like,
Yeah. Easy
there's
money.
a saying in YouTube comments, you will hear a lot, not hear, you'll read a lot, that YouTubers are making money by saying people how to make money.
Money.
So the thing is that not just in YouTube, everywhere, starting from LinkedIn to Instagram, everywhere it's that way. When you say, I just made 10 lakhs in 10 days, people are going to be like, oh my God, even
Yeah.
if it's 10,000 I make in 10 days, it's okay
And
with me. I'm
this.
just going to do this course. So that's the thing. It's just that no one is gonna share their failure story. Everyone is so busy sharing their success story that
Mm.
we get so, like, we start something and then we get discontent, we get tired, we get disappointment by ourselves, and then we just leave it halfway because no one is there to tell us that even I went through the same journey. It's not so easy to even make $100. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of mm, effort and a lot of consistency. You have to be very crystal clear with your goal. You have to be very disciplined. When it comes to setting your goal, you have to be very disciplined. I'm not saying you have to work really hard, but you have to work
Yeah.
smart, and at least you have to devote yourself. Just the way when we are watching a movie, if someone is making even a noise, we get so annoyed, right?
Yeah.
So we're putting so much of devotion while watching the movie. So why can't we put devotion while making the money? It's not like you're just gonna sit comfortably and someone is gonna come to your seat and say, you're hired today, you're promoted because I just saw you sitting there for 10 minutes. It's not
Yes,
so
you're,
easy.
yeah,
It's
doing
like,
good in
I
there,
think
but
many people they set routines, but they end up not following it. That the reason could be that they like try to stretch it in the first go. They're like, okay, if there are like seven
trying to do
days,
big on
five
the first
days,
time.
yes, that's the thing. Like, there's a Japanese saying that if you devote yourself into something for at least 2 minutes a day, you'll end up going to do it every day. So start with small. And it's not necessarily that you have to start with 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just start with small. You're gonna enjoy it some point of time. You're gonna just feel like you're teasing your brain a little. Maybe
Yeah.
you're constantly doing a research or study, or maybe you're working on a project and all of a sudden you realize that, oh, I'm just gonna tease my finger a little on guitar for 2 minutes. So I know that, like, you're going to do it for 2 minutes, but you're going to end up
Yeah.
finding
And then
yourself devoted into it for 10 minutes or 30 minutes every day. That's how you start, because then you're going to question yourself. 2 minutes, so less. I want to do it more. And then there you go. And then when you
and that
stretch it
becomes a
to one
habit.
hour, you're like, oh my God, when is this 1 hour going to finish? Like that.
Hmm.
You really feel proud of yourself, and then you feel like I can do it. So, LinkedIn, coming back to LinkedIn.
It is not related. So I'll say like their subscription plans. I don't really get it. As I said previously, it's like
Me too.
I
Whenever I
think they
apply for
can.
any job,
Hmm.
they used to say that you could like know about the interviewer questions and how to respond to them by subscribing to premium. That why are you giving such an informative content by like charging people? I don't get it. Like, or maybe
I
you
think
can
like the
like at least give something, some little bit of content, and then like these days every app is like giving 2 months, 1 month of free subscription. This is like
Hmm.
a marketing strategy too. Like
Yeah.
in the end of the month, they're going to cut 1 month amount from your bank, and then when you use it for a month, you're like, oh, it was so good. No ads. I was getting all this free content. I was learning so much, and then you're gonna end up like buying the subscription anyway. So don't go for it. When they promise you a month full of free subscription, they're actually kind of like, like
Hmm.
that Junjito Macabre tells, like ice cream truck comes and takes away children, like that. So they are kind of like indulging you in
This
something that you cannot get out of. It's like a kind of like a
is like net
addiction.
having Netflix.
Yeah,
Start one
like
month for
Spotify
free.
was so.
Let me ask you last two questions and then we will
Okay,
wrap it
मुझसे ही
up.
पूछेगा क्या?
Yeah, क्योंकि
You'll
मेरे को इतना
ask
नहीं
me
पता.
only.
Yeah,
Then I
because I
don't need to
don't know
read some
much.
articles.
See, when I can
Hmm.
have a conversation, it's better to learn interactively than to just have the article. I'm
I
saving my
really
time,
feel like
saving
that
time.
I'm one.
Okay, so coming to the two questions. First is how much does our profile actually matters on LinkedIn? Like, does it really have to be fancy? And the second is what advice would you give to freshers, as you being a fresher, who want to go on
Okay,
LinkedIn, try.
I think I'm gonna not start chronologically. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with the last question first. The
okay.
freshers, people who have just installed LinkedIn and they're using it, I would suggest you read as much as possible. Read people's experience, people's doubt. They're sharing so many things. Just read. Please, when you read, don't compare yourself with them. They had their own adversities and struggles. You're gonna have your own. Please don't go on a boat riding or a car riding or in a race of, oh my god, that person is 21, I am 23, I am lacking, where am I in my life? You're gonna be somewhere in your life, trust me. My friend always says that KFC uncle started very late and is still there in the world. Even after he's dead, we are eating his chicken. Sorry, not his chicken, his recipe chicken. Yeah. So please have faith in yourself. All I know is that they have earned it because they were serious about it. So you're going to earn it if you are serious about it. So stop wasting time in procrastinating or doubting yourself or comparing yourself. Instead, start being serious. Start like spend your time where it's going to benefit you, not where it's not going to benefit you. Stop overthinking and read as much as possible. Please don't buy the premium. And as a fresher, I would say whatever your skill is, hidden skills, leadership qualities, being a prefect in your school, knowing horse riding, knowing swimming, add everything. You never know which skill is beneficial. Hard skills, soft skills, add everything. I would say not everything, but what makes you feel like yourself, what brings out you. When you did that, you really felt proud of yourself. When you received the award, you really felt like, oh my God, I've, I've really achieved something so precious in my life. So add that. Like maybe you are very good at words. You have gone to national or international level of spell bee, so you can add that. You can even add your proficiency level in a language. For example, you're very good at English, French, Japanese, other languages. You can add that you're multilinguistic, you can add that. So I would say that you never know which skill might benefit you. Recently, coding has been very beneficial for the data analyst, and because like world is going to be always be patient with it. Please don't compare yourself. Reading is for increasing your knowledge, not for overthinking or doubting yourself. And what was the other question you asked?
You answered both of them, the profile and the advice for the freshers. So yeah,
See,
it added.
without even like my subconscious mind just answered both of the questions. Wow.
See, that's
So it's gonna
one
be
thing
around
that AI can't
8
do.
months.
Yeah,
So we are concluding, right?
yes, we are
So
done with
long
LinkedIn here.
story short, don't go for the premium subscription. Ye- I am really not promoting YouTube out here. I really wish YouTube gave me some money to promote YouTube, but I'm really not promoting YouTube.
Yeah, it's
But
just free
if you
stuff
want
there.
to learn something, like if it's all about job and you want to learn how to excel in interview, you don't have to excel. All I know that you have to be yourself. And when you start saying a lie in interview, you end up saying 1,000 lies, and that's where you're caught. Please don't do that.
Yeah,
Just be yourself. Even if you tell like when they ask about yourself, they're not asking about your family history or you. They are asking about your achievements, like what made you feel like you. Like for example,
mm,
I did a presentation back at college, and it made me learn a lot about entrepreneur, and since then I always wanted to come up with my own ideas about being an entrepreneur. But everyone is like entrepreneur, if you become an entrepreneur you're going to be a millionaire, you're going to have a money. Not every business is a success story. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, it's not for the sake of being entrepreneur, it's for the sake of bringing out you, what makes you you, what really inspires you to be you. So that's the thing. That's my advice to every youth and every people out there who are doubting themselves, that I'm not enough, I'm not doing enough. I would just only say that be patient with yourself, stop criticizing yourself, and give yourself some time. You're going to figure it out. And
mm,
the more you calm yourself, I'm not saying that you calm yourself in a way that I'm not going to do anything for a week, I take a break, not like that, but at least not compare yourself with others, because you are you. So with that saying, we are concluding this podcast, and I hope everything is fine. The war going on, we just pray that people in Palestine and people in um, the warmongers also, please free them. We are humans because it is our quality to be more human, not to be inhuman. That's what makes us us. So, yes. Thank you. Take care. Bye. We are gonna
bye-bye.
come up. We are gonna come back very soon with another podcast. Till then, keep on watching.
Yeah, that's a nice ending.